the fourth key is what I call the 4 horsemen, and it's cultivating intention, commitment, action, and accountability.
Intention and accountability. Boy, that's good advice from Michael Brian Cass. You know, he makes a living with this kind of stuff. He's a life coach in Boulder, Colorado, making up to $500 a month, teaching you his, quote, master tools to success. What his website doesn't tell you is that he had plenty of time to practice all his life coaching skills while he was in prison. Cass and his buddy Bella Gexy ran a company called Dharma Investment Group. They stole $18 million from folks in a Ponzi scheme. They got busted and they went to prison.
Yeah, it took me a while to get through the shame. That's why in the first time you asked, I wasn't ready. It was the shame. And now, yeah, the shame is gone.
We're glad Mr. Cass is feeling so much better about ripping off his friends and family, but we're investigating why the Security Commissioner in Colorado, Jerry Rome, doesn't seem to really care what happened to all the victims. Cass and his buddy have been ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $11.4 million.
I would love, if there would have been anything that we could do for number of people to get restitution for the Dharma case, that would be great.
Francois Netter was just one of 272 victims who lost money investing with Cass and Gexy. Her justice, a check from the state of Colorado every once in a while for 6 measly bucks.
So $6 times, let's say, 5, so that's about $30 to $50 a year. So just think how long that would take to make $40,000 or $50,000. Right. A long time, many years.
Boy, this story sounds so familiar. So many victims, so many cases with the same result. And Jerry Rome and the Colorado Attorney General's office, they've been playing all kinds of games to help us keep from exposing the truth. We just think victims have a right to know. We've had to go to court to get records that should have been made public from the start. Because we think the victims of these scams have a right to know the whole truth.
I'm pleased to hear from you, because if I ever hear from anybody that has anything to do with this, it's like, oh, yay. So thank you, and I wish you luck pushing the Colorado people to do their job.
There's a growing list of Coloradans who've been taken in scams and then virtually forgotten by the Securities Division. Take our buddies Cass and Gexy. Colorado courts appointed this lawyer to try and collect the $11.4 million in restitution from this dynamic duo.
At some point, I just started to feel, wow, this is silly.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. I owned it. And now I'm paying the price, and it's a real price.
So we go after the Bernie Madoffs of the world. And when I say that, everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Rome's bragged before about what a great job he's doing getting fraud victims their money back. But there isn't one single email showing Jerry Rome ever bothered to ask what happened to all the victims in this scam. We know what happened. Investigators and accountants got paid close to $100,000. The receiver spent $400,000 more. The victims, they only got back $68,000. Now, that's shameful and a waste of money, too. Remember, Jerry Rome's budget a year is $3.5 million.
We work in 4 areas. The first one is looking at your goals, clarifying what you're most passionate about and going after, and that creates a life of inspiration.
We've been trying to inspire Mr. Rome to come clean, sit down and talk with us about why we're spending so many millions of dollars on fraud cases where the victims are never going to really get a dime back. That doesn't make much sense.